tools I have made primarily have been what are called psychotropic drugs, psychoactive drugs, drugs that are active on the mind. The common term originally was psychotomimetic drugs, namely things that imitate psychosis. And then they become called hallucinogenic drugs, but that's not a very accurate thing because they don't really cause hallucinations. You recall very much what goes on. There's none of the amnesia that's associated with the hallucinations. And I've always called them psychedelic drugs.
Ο Αλεξάντερ Σούλγκιν εξετάζει τα αποτελέσματα κάθε νέου μοριού στον εαυτό του, στη γυναίκα του Αν και σε μια ομάδα εθελοντών. Ξεκινούν με μικρές δόσεις. Στη συνέχεια τις αυξάνουν προοδευτικά και σε κάθε στάδιο καταγράφουν όλες τις παρατηρήσεις τους.
I think probably one of the most memorable was the material 2CB, which I found to be a very friendly, very gentle onset thing, one that allowed me to look at a museum at paintings and begin to realize for the first time why the painter painted what he did. And as you're seeing through the paintings into the painter. And that sort of communication I found to be extraordinarily interesting and quite provoking. Opening doors in your mind is a very essential thing to do because your mind is filled with all kinds of material, ideas, memories, recall, who knows, past lives, future lives, that are behind closed doors. And there's only one way of finding out what's there, and that is to open. Open better one at a time. Otherwise, you may be a little overwhelmed with a rush of information. But I think that concept of opening the doors of perception is very, very important, very essential for learning about yourself. Everyone has a beast inside of them. It's one of Anne's favorite areas when working with patients. Say there's an animal in there that you don't know. You're not the subconscious, the unconscious, the animal you don't know, and you will never be at peace with a lot of your negative aspects, your psychological problems, until you get to know that animal a little bit. You may never agree with it, but her argument is not only should you know that animal, but just for a brief moment look at the world through that animal's eyes. And that kind of thing can resolve many psychological problems. So that's a very real concept of opening that kind of a door.